Hey guys, how's it going? I know it's been a really long time, but that was mostly because I was at home and was like super busy with all this crazy stuff over break. But I'm back! I'm back at school, back in my apartment. Woo! So back to our normal schedule. Last week I did Blackpink's Playing with Fire, and that was like on emergency stuff. And whoever did request that, I hope you learn really well, and I hope you do well on your performance with your group. But this week is going to be Last Romeo by Infinite. It took me about 3 weeks to learn over break, which was a little sad, but I managed to do it, so that's a good thing. That was a really interesting and hard dance, so that's why it took me about 3 weeks to do. Then the week after that is going to be Only You by Miss A. I have been working on that, and I'm going to be recording that really soon, actually. And then, hopefully after that will be Secret Garden by Oh My Girl, because they came out with their new song, and I love the dance, and currently I'm learning it, so hopefully I'll be able to do it right after Only You. So if you think way back to the last weekly updates video, there was a vote, and I know it's been a while, but I have to say what the result is. So, the next dance tutorial I'm going to be doing is... Yes, it is going to be Good Night by Dreamcatcher, which I'm super excited for. I love the dance, I love the song, I'm really pumped up for this one. So I have 2 comments that I have to address, since it's been a really long time and I kind of didn't exactly answer back to a lot of people. But there were a good few questions that I definitely do want to address to you guys, because I think it's kind of helpful. So the first one, I did answer this, and you can definitely go back and look at what I told them, but I'll just tell you now. But this person says, wait, so it's mirrored, so following it will make it appear the right way? I'm so confused. Human is confusing. Don't worry about that. I know. Mirroring it's a really weird thing to think about. So how I think about it is standing in front of a mirror. So if you lift your right arm up, the person in the mirror, perspective to you is going to also be lifting up the same arm. So it'll be like lifting up the right arm. So whenever you're watching those mirrored videos, right is right, left is left, up, down is the same, and that's pretty much really the only difference. Now if you're thinking of it unmirrored, then it would be like if I raised my right arm, the person in the video or person in front of me would be actually lifting their left arm, so it's a little like opposite, and then vice versa as left arm and right arm. So just to clarify, on my mirrored videos, for certain, whenever I do something to the right, it's actually your right. If I'm doing something to the left, it's actually going to be your left. So, yeah, it just makes life a lot easier. Okay, so next comment, I think this was a good one, and I didn't answer this because I wanted to address this in one of these videos. So, how did you learn dance? Did you do it at a dance studio or just learned it at home? And how many hours do you do a day? And how long have you been learning it? Sorry if I am asking too much questions. So, I'm going to quickly go through these questions as best I can. So the first one is, how did you learn dance? Well, I went to a dance studio and trained there with other dancers. I had a lot of good coaches, which I'm super happy for. A lot of good teachers. There were more teachers than coaches to me, so yeah. They were really good teachers, and I really appreciate them for teaching me. So the next part is kind of already been answered, half of it. Did you do it at a dance studio or just learned it at home? So I trained in ballet mostly, and I did that in a dance studio, so I got like the basics down a lot of like good posture, good arm strength, legs, and stuff like that, which you can tell in my videos if I like point my feet, I like do really ballet arms and stuff like that. So that was my training from the dance studio. But if you're talking about hip hop, I learned that on my own at home. And it's still a struggle for me. I've been learning for a few years now, and I think I've made a lot of progress actually. And yeah, if you look at my old videos, it was like really rocky at the start, but now I think I'm sort of getting the handle on it, but I'm not the best at it. So at home, I try to keep up my ballet training and also try to learn more about hip hop. Next part is, how many hours do you do it a day? So when I'm at school, usually I do it for an hour, because I don't have the attention span as usual when I'm like on break. Now on break, it depends. It kind of goes from like 1 hour to 3 hours depending on how I feel. But really just base it off of yourself. I think an hour is good for practice. It's like the minimal amount that I think to actually like get it or stuff like that. But people again move at different paces, learn at different paces, so just whatever you think is best. If you feel accomplished by the end of like 45 minutes, then that's probably good. If you don't feel accomplished by then you can extend it a little bit. Now, if nothing feels right in like 45 minutes and you're just having a horrible day, then I say stop, take a break, maybe do it sometime later in the day or maybe the next day or something like that. So yeah. And the last part is, how long have you been learning it? So depending on the dance, if it's really easy, it'll take me like a week or less. If it's something really hard like Last Romeo by Infinite, which took me like 3 weeks, then it's gonna take me a while. Usually I try to chunk it into 1 week, or I can chunk that kind of stuff in 1 week if I'm like really mentally there and focused. But over break, I was definitely not mentally there and focused half the time. So just a little personal stuff, I did have a really nice break. Oh, and a little notice is that I did get these awesome professional lighting, and I hope it really shows in the video here. I have one in my apartment. It's like huge and it doesn't look right in my apartment, but hopefully it helps with the lighting and stuff and helps me with editing, because it's hard to edit about lighting in this apartment here. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for me. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more videos like this if you haven't. If you have any questions or stuff like that, definitely do put them down in the comments below, and I will definitely address them maybe in a video, or I'll just comment back to you. So yeah, that would be awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys! Bye!